Hi there. I'm Scott Camp Schaefer, and I'm a clinical social worker in Austin, Texas, and I'm speaking to you from my office in Southwest Austin. And today I wanted to talk to you about two things, but this is Mental Health Awareness Month. It's May, and I figured it'd be a good time to do a Facebook Live. As well as to review a Netflix documentary that I really liked. The documentary called Heal, it does have a relation to mental health and wellness, simply because people who are suffering will often have depression, anxiety, grief issues, other mental illnesses that are bothering them. And these can be some of the worst afflictions people have, and they are, as much as people who suffer from physical illnesses, in need of healing. And I wanted to speak about this documentary that I happened to watch on a day when I was sick with a cold, and I wasn't expecting to find anything that would be good to watch, but and I'm not a big Netflix watcher, but I found this documentary called Heal, and it really spoke to me in a very profound way. There were a number of interviews with people who suffered from chronic illnesses, as well as some alternative health practitioners. And one of the main patients that was interviewed was someone who was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and had prior to that suffered a number of setbacks and the death of a parent, among other things. And until that time, they had been a picture of health and done yoga and juiced and done everything else that was good for them, and yet the doctor found stage 4 cancer in their somewhere in their head or their neck, and they were about to do some aggressive chemotherapy. And this patient who had a brother who was a scientist had consulted with him, and he'd said, go through with it, and yet something was telling her that she needed to try alternative treatments instead of the most aggressive form of chemotherapy. And it talks about her and some other patients who have sought out alternative health practitioners for chronic health conditions and have gotten better. And the thing about alternative health practices and treatments like acupuncture and Reiki and massage is that they call them alternative, but they've been around for millennia, much longer than what we think of as traditional Western medicine, which is very good at treating really serious injuries and trauma, physical trauma that people have. And yet for chronic long-term conditions, Western medicine is not that great and doesn't have that great of a track record. And I'm not trying to trash Western medicine, but yet I think what we're finding is that there are limitations to it. And for people who have chronic mental illness too, they often benefit from receiving alternative medical treatments like acupuncture, which I've been doing for years and have benefited from, as well as using medications to treat those illnesses. So I want to encourage everybody who has an interest, and especially here in Austin where we're so much into alternative treatments, herbs and what have you, that to be willing and to explore these avenues as an additional or possible primary route to your healing. Now, I as a therapist am all into promoting for my clients what it is that's going to help them to heal and recover, whether it is Western medicines or whether it is alternative health practices or some combination of both. Both have been instrumental in my healing from depression that I had back when I was in college, and one of the times that started. If you feel like you would be interested in finding out what I can do to help you as a therapist, I encourage you to call me or email me at the email address on my Facebook page or on my website, and find out what I might be able to offer you, either directly through working with me if you're in the Central Texas, Austin area, or if you want to read my book, which is all about helping people to embrace wisdom, and they don't have to suffer as much in their in their middle or later years as they might otherwise have, called Life's Lessons from the Young and the Old. And you can find out more about that on my website. But whatever you do, I encourage you to seek the answers, seek the healing through healthy avenues, and to embrace a set of beliefs that work for you, particularly in the answers that will get you to the next step of your healing journey, whether it be from chronic physical conditions or chronic mental illness, or just life in general. The answers are there for you. To find a path and to believe in those who seek to help you is a key to getting to on the next step of your healing journey. So I wish you all the best on your journey to mental and physical wellness, and I thank you so much for watching today, and take good care, and I hope to see you again in the next one of my next videos. Bye for now.